Man, in South Africa, everything is high. Everything is
Even
high.
Aries is high.
Here, everything is high, bro. Everything is inflated,
If you had an opportunity to fly to China, would you go?
Yeah, in fact, I want to get a Chinese wife. So the importance of time and the revelation of time is
Come
very
on, my guy.
important,
Yeah.
right? So the youth, I think, it should have like insight and knowledge and more understanding on that. So yeah, what's your view?
That's crazy. Do you believe SA in 10 years is gonna be better than this or worse?
You're so hot, I ain't gotta pay.
You good?
I'm nice, what's up?
I'm nice, man. I'm fresh, man. Also, how are you today?
Always been good, always good, forever good.
I mean, you're always on shades. I don't know if the future's too bright or is the festive style.
No, I think I'm hiding myself from some things. From things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, man. I'm nice, man. If you're good, I'm good, man.
for sure.
Yeah, man. Chef Buffet to welcome. This is Primal Studio. You're chilling with your boy Season and Amazing. Together we had amazing season. Yeah, man. We always have something good for you to say. Talking about issues and resolving matters, and also working towards a bright, dope future, man. Do you believe SA in 10 years is gonna be better than this or worse?
I'm not sure, but by the look of things, I see that will remain constant, or a slight change. Yeah, but it's not like an overwhelming change. A change that is like extremely tremendous and all of that. But
Yeah.
we are expecting a change, a slight change, or we see that we remain constant.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know how to think or what to think of SA. I don't know in 10 years' time how it's going to look like. So I'm asking myself, I mean, how is our country going to be like in the next 10 years? But now, I don't know, man. We'll see what goes down. But I think there are countries that are willing to jump in and help us become a better country. I don't know. Have you noticed that China is taking over the markets?
China is taking over everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, China is taking over everything. That's a dedicated country right there. A country with devotion,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
a country with a very good educational system.
Yeah.
So yeah, they groom their citizens, which are the kids from a very young age. To make them aware of what's happening in the world, like technology, and all of those things. So yeah, China is a very fast growing country in industrial and in marketing and technology and all these
Yeah,
kind of
man.
things.
Yeah. Hey, yeah,
Yeah.
technology of China. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wait, I am afraid, my guy. What China is telling us, because I look at the smaller devices that you can now buy, things you can normally get on Shane and stuff like that. When I look at how advanced their technology is, I can tell the exclusive stuff they got, the hidden stuff they got is more mightier than what we see and what we can access with money.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they invest in themselves so much. They don't really want to have expectations from other countries.
Yeah,
They don't want to depend on like imports very much. You get,
yeah,
so they want to be the experts of like creating something, inventing something, and having the rights to something. So when I think with that you get more gross of money, more gross of income if
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
invented
yeah, yeah.
something and you sell it to other countries and all of that. I think a lot of countries should like reconsider that. Inventing something and you are the one like who's exporting it to other countries. Similar as like ARVs, same thing like as a time of COVID where other countries like were doing vaccines, so a lot of money went to those countries who produce vaccines and all of that. China is a good country on a good route.
Yeah, man. If you had an opportunity to fly to China, would you go?
Yeah, in fact, I want to get a Chinese wife. Yeah, for sure.
Ni hao, shishidi. I
Yeah,
have it, shishidi.
yeah,
Oh man, I can't imagine you and the shishidi. I don't see that picture. I don't know, man. Only
yeah.
God
Me,
knows.
it's either like a Chinese, Japanese, or Korean. You know,
Why Chinese?
I don't know. There's something about them that I can't seem to figure, but there's just something about them to me. You know, I just can't seem to figure. They just like sweep me off my feet. So anyway, how they're just beautiful, man. And I wouldn't like to elaborate it because I think I'm gonna ruin it. So how I'm feeling about them, let it be this way. You catch my drift. What's up? What's your problem? Okay, what's
Isn't it the Chinese government prohibiting or against black people marrying their people or something like that? I don't know if I ever read that from the internet.
I'm not sure, but I think there are a lot of like multiracial relationships, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and there are a lot of like guys who have married like Chinese and and them. So I don't think that's the issue. I think maybe like family is a family thing where like, hey, you ain't gonna marry this kind of race or something like that. I think it's a family thing, but like I think individually, personally,
Yeah.
a person will go for it if like they really like the person. When what's your ideal race? Yeah, what's your
Yeah,
ideal race? Kind of
I
like.
think I'm good in Africa, man. If I can get an Ethiopian or somebody from Moz, that'd be nice. I think Africa, man. Africa. I used to dream of China and other things, but now I'm starting to see, hey, Baba, African women, yeah, 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 our people, man, they nice, they good people. So
Yeah.
stay home, man. If I can find maybe somebody from Ethiopia or Mozambique or maybe a queen from Rwanda, yeah, I'll be nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be nice, man. There's something about Mozambican people, man, and since the youngest age, I've always dreamt myself marrying there. Maybe my soulmate is there. We'll never know.
For sure.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, African queens for sure.
African queens for sure, man. Cause our people they nice, man. Our people they nice and all that, man. But yeah, man, this is not what we're here for. We were speaking about SA and all that, man. Have you noticed that each and every time when it's festive, crime rates they go higher.
What goes higher?
Crime rates.
Crime.
Yeah.
Man, in South Africa, everything is high. Everything is
Even
high.
Aries is high.
Here, everything is high, bro. Everything is inflated,
Yeah.
crime, poverty, unemployment,
Yeah, hey, you know what?
and a lot of those. So, but when it comes to crime, I think, man, we should just implement a new system, new systems, new better way to go about this crime thing.
Yeah.
I think we have been using the same method for many years and it hasn't changed nothing.
Yeah.
So I think right now the better way to go is to involve either a foreign uh institution to help us uncover new ways of like fighting crime, or inside our country, let us implement great minds, masterminds of coming up with a different system to fight crime.
Yeah.
I think it would be a better way to reduce it and insert fear into this criminals and them. So yeah, I think that's the better way to go because right now it is constantly going high or remaining constant for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause like I noticed something, man, funny. Crime rate every festive it goes higher, and the painful part is we know it's a drill every year that festive buy. It's a thing. It's become a norm, and that's my worry because also crime is being glamorized. When you
Yeah.
listen to mostly music, hip hop, especially to be specific, crime is being glamorized. It's been considered as like something dope and nice and all that. And it worries me because when you follow people who've been to prison, they be trying to warn these young cats that, hey, prison is not a go area. But still, we find people glamorizing crime and all that. What's your take on that?
Yeah, we have made it a norm, man.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
have made it a norm where it's a source of hustling right now. because the youth, especially how they see us, like, hey man, our government doesn't give us jobs, so a better way to go forward is like this way. We bomb empty ATMs. We mock people. We do shoplifting, all these kind of things, right? So now it has been seen as a source of like hustling, in a way of which like it also like increases the crime rate, right? Yeah, it also increases the crime rate. So it also increases uh just a lot of things and a lot of disadvantages to the countries, to our country, So my take on that is that, as I've said, new ways to fight crime. Let us implement that and change the system. We gotta insert fear to the criminals and to people who have found comfort in hustling by crime. So I think let us find new ways and make them aware that, like, in a very harsh way, because people have been killed, man, hijackings,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
muggings and rape and all of those kind of things. So I think it is because I think they are so free of doing it, because they know our justice system doesn't really do too much.
Yeah.
Get arrested this week, you're out by next month, next week, or the following day by
Yeah.
bail. So I think uh, the law should have like an enforcement of, like, once you did a criminal activity, it is very hard for you to come out of jail.
Yeah, yeah,
Whether
yeah,
by
yeah.
bail, whether by anything, but just strict rules and all of that. Yeah.
Because like my concern, music is a spiritual thing, and music it's a voice. You know, if you're speaking about inserting and injecting fear concerning crime, I think music is the first thing we should start at, because these artists that are rapping and glamorizing crime are the reason why we are starting to have more young kids involving themselves in crime and wanting to look cool. And the sad part, people who've been to prison, um, from the entertainment industry, you hardly find an artist telling you that prison is hard. You hardly.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a sad thing that people now they think when you are from jail, you are cool, you are nice, and all that. But now my concern is that we are starting to have even young kids being involved in this crime thing because of the music that they also listen to. So when you say fear has to be injected, I agree with you, but I also think music should be taken very seriously in this country when it comes to such things, because we're trying to resolve and solve problems. So we can't be having an artist who glamorizes and make crime as a cool thing, man. It's killing our society.
Yeah, for sure. But music also, I think it's a better way to send out the message,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Yeah, because uh, but in our country, or in most countries, I think people don't really take crime seriously until it happens to them, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So uh, our government, our who's our the leader of the police.
Becky.
Yeah, you see, uh, when I'm speaking about my country, Begi should resign. I think he's 71. Yeah, I think it's 71. And our resignation, or our pension here in South Africa, I think it's 65, 60, 65, and it's 71, right? So it shows that, like, above 65 or above 60, something like that, you are not really competent, to be working in a certain organization or certain company in our country. So when you are 71 years of age and you are still leading, you are the minister of police in in our country, South Africa. Uh, I don't think that's a better way to go, honestly. So I think in our government, we just need new, young, fresh minds in all the departments, as ministers, as mayors, as presidents, everything, right?
Hmm.
So in our country, though, I think Beki Cele should just resign, and maybe at the background, or in the behind the scenes, giving his 2 cents a better way, just to as a leader to these kids, to these young leaders, like, this is a better way to go. I've overcome the certain challenge this way. But him sitting on the throne as a minister of police, I think his time has come for him to sit down, and new boys come in.
Yeah, man. Because also when there's a say goes it's one that goes "Butlale baphala, buzophala ning." They should let the young kids lead. Because the same thing, when you talk about him being old and allowing the young kids to lead, I've noticed something today. I was in my place, right? When I was at home, just something just came that. Are you aware that you can um, enlighten your own parents, the ones who gave birth to you? And I said, nah, nah. I say, remember, you can help your parents or older people to be see other things, and you can show them and you can help them do better decisions. So it also said to me, look at now, we are having broken families because in most families, parents, they don't allow the kids to have a voice. What's your take on that also?
Yeah, I think everybody should have a freedom of speech in whatever in whatever way. It's either at home, at work, wherever. Your thoughts or your opinions or whatever, they just gotta be heard because we don't have the same perspective, or we don't have the same view of seeing things, right? So and two heads are better than one. So if like this head has perceived this way, maybe the other head will come up with a great uh, affiliation of how to go about this thing, right? So at home, I think kids have the right to be heard, right? Their feelings, uh, their opinions, or what they really want, you know. Uh, they can be minors, but they gotta be heard, right? Sometimes they ain't gonna make final decisions for themselves, but what they wanna be or what they wanna do, if it's nothing harmful to them, give them an opportunity and a chance for them to be in whatever they want. You catch my drift.
Yeah.
So I think we all gotta have a freedom of speech where we speak our mind in all areas in all wherever placing we at.
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
nice, 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 nice.
for sure.
Because I noticed that we are living in times whereby parents, they still have the mentality that kids are not supposed to say anything. You are my child, I begot you, which is why we are having parents who are failing, whereas they shouldn't be failing. They were not supposed to be failing because they are not allowing the kids to speak. Look, kids can see, kids can see and kids are aware, and the younger they are, the wiser they become. The more older you become, the more um knowledge you accumulate. But now kids, they become smart. So if you can learn to listen to the young ones and give them a chance to speak, you might have a healthy family running out, you might have a healthy business going on, you might have a healthy organization or whatever that you are working on. Just allow the young kids to speak their minds, and you can learn a thing or two there.
Yeah, listen to the kids. Listen to the
Listen
kids.
to the youth, guys. Hey,
Yeah.
these people, man. Speaking of the youth, man, I'm concerned, bro. There's nothing heartbreaking like one being able to see all these things and sitting down and not having anything to do about it. But I thank God that we started this podcast because we're gonna be raising your voice, and maybe somewhere somehow we're gonna be helping people, right?
Yeah.
I'm concerned about how we think as youth lately. That come on, I'm eating my youth and wara. But now, at the end of the day, the decisions we're making, they are affecting our future and they are destroying us. We ended up not having uh, enough for the future. I'm like super concerned about how the youth is thinking, how they are making decision, how they are working, all in the name of Siklubu Shabetu, and that's like destroying their lives, literally. So, there's a say normally when you listen to music, live fast, die young. I don't like that phrase at all. I don't
Yeah.
like it because it influences people to make silly, stupid decisions that will end up killing them or destroying or terminating their future very quickly.
Yeah, for sure. Look, time wasted is never regained,
Yeah,
right?
nice, nice,
So
nice,
I
nice.
think what a lot of people overall, not even only the youth,
Yeah,
is the importance of time, right? And the most, pardon me, but the most ruthless thing and limit thing that God has like done is time, that God has ever created is time. So time is very brutal. Time is very limited. So I think we miss that. We miss that point as the youth, and also roundabout people who are older than us, right?
Yeah, yeah.
At whatever point. So uh you are planned from the get go when when you have been birthed to when you are growing. This is all time. You become an infant, you become like a toddler, you become a teenager, you become a young adult, then an adult, then you become whatever. So all that thing is time. So in between those spaces, this is a journey, and there's a destination that you gotta reach,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So don't misuse whatever season you are at or whatever placement of age you are at for the useless things, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So from the high school years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Focus on high school years, right? Work on high school years, developing yourself, whatever subject you're into, work on yourself. So knowing that after high school, there's an age of time also that I'm getting into, which is like tertiary or whatever. So on that given time also, work on it, invest in it, be a hero in that like movie, right? In that time, in that period,
Yeah.
right? So this after university or whatever, now when you are becoming a young adult, there are things that you should be knowing as a young adult. I should be having this, I should be acquiring this, and I should be like helping out this way, right? So what we are missing is revelation of times, right? We are missing revelation of times and the importance of time. So what the youth is doing, it is self-destructing from their problems to whatever, and they run to the things that seemingly to them it gives them happiness, right? 2 minutes happiness, right? So they are destroying their destiny or their future with 2 minutes what experience. Yeah, you catch my
Yeah,
drift.
yeah, yeah.
So they are losing time. They're losing resources. They are losing the build up to becoming, right. So instead of becoming, they are destroying themselves.
Yeah.
Instead of becoming, they are destroying themselves. Instead of like investing, they are stealing and from themselves. You catch my drift. So the importance of time and the revelation of time is
Come
very
on, my
important,
guy. Yeah.
right? So the youth, I think, it should have like insight and knowledge and more understanding on that. So yeah, what's the view?
That's crazy, boss. Boom, 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 man. Man, wow, what a revelation, man. I believe we've learned a lot because I noticed that we are distracted by silly things, and people, they don't think distractions exist. Because the problem about us as a youth, we think when we are in our young age, some things, they just happen because we are young. There are people who have serious opportunities and they only come once. But now, if you are weak, you might miss those opportunities. I know people who currently have an opportunity to be granted a scholarship or a bursary or something, but because of they are not aware of the season they are in and what God is trying to do and where is God trying to put them, they will be distracted by what comes in. "Oh, I'm still a young person. I'll catch up with these things. They'll come out later," not knowing that it might be the last thing you receive and it might be the only thing that takes you up there.
Yeah.
So I've seen people wasting their time all in the name of, it's gonna be fine, we're gonna catch up with life, and eventually being depressed at the end of the day, because we are having a lot of depressed youth lately, if you noticed.
Yeah, yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of young people are depressed because some is not a matter of coming from broken families or having this and that, but some of them is because they're starting to realize, I had opportunities, but I let them. There's nothing that hits you hard like a missed opportunity, my guy. I tell you that. If you miss an opportunity, you're gonna cry. And it's sad because we're all walking in the streets with all this like gloomy, excited, happy faces, but we're not really a happy
Yeah,
generation.
inside we die.
Yeah, because most of us, we start to realize that, hey, if I would have listened to so and so in high school, maybe my life would have been better. If I shouldn't have taken a gap year. If I should have done this, all these things now, they're starting to come. But now time has already passed. It's gone.
Yeah.
That I know people who are trying to apply now to school, they can't apply because they should have applied then. I know a lot of people who should have started their own business, or they should have started something, but now because they didn't start by the time they were supposed to, now time has passed. They are now regretting. You see old people who are drinking every day, and you think some of them is because of now they are just enjoying love. Nah, they are crying. When I was young, I had this kind of opportunity. I blew this. Look at me now. I'm stagnant. I can't move. I can't do anything. So there's nothing, man, that hits like a wasted opportunity.
For sure, for sure. So I think we should work more on that,
Yeah,
take more time, take time more seriously, and make sure that like each and every hour counts, each and every day counts. Uh, put on a time frame of like this week I should have like achieved this. This month I should have achieved this. This quarter I should have achieved this. And all those kind of stuff. They will help you build up to understanding time, and to reveal and to find understanding and revelation in each and every season. Like, this season comes with this other season comes with this. So that's the importance of time. So right there, take more time to understand time, take more time to reveal time and all of that. Yeah.
yeah. Take more time to understand time. What a powerful phrase. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I hear all that, man. He throws some punches, and I believe there's somebody out there who has learned a thing or two. Hey, guys, I told you we are all about liberating and grooming people and preparing them for the future. We are all about the future, guys. We live in the future already. It's just that we came back to fetch some of y'all to go with us, because the future is nice if we plan and prepare uh, on time. Yeah, my guy.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, we
You
gotta
good?
prepare, man.
Yeah.
But have you noticed that lately people are now starting to complain about having fake friends and false relationships, stuff like that? I saw
Late.
I saw an
Yeah.
article on Face, right? Um, there's a lady, I don't recall well. She she had a friend who was supposed to marry a doctor, but she rejected the offer because she was supposed she now got an opportunity to go to the States, right?
Mm.
So um if you were a guy, you wanna lowball somebody, and all of a sudden opportunity comes by and they reject your offer, how would you feel?
Uh, Opportunity comes to who? To somebody I'm proposing.
Yeah,
To go overseas.
yeah. Is marriage gonna hold her?
No. How long have we been together? And
Yeah, to start there,
yeah,
and we
cause
don't really know much.
cause we gotta go. We gotta get somewhere. But now we gotta find first the root of the cause, right? And where we are and where we wanna go,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Uh, a- as as partners and individually,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So okay, we here. We How long have we been together? I think if like we've been together for like 5 years and we are not yet established, but we want to go somewhere, right?
yeah,
I think it is only fair to let her go if like her dreams and her goals was somehow to be a doctor, and now she got a biggest opportunity to be a doctor overseas or whatever, something like that.
okay,
Yeah, I think because we gotta be fair and try not to be somehow selfish in any kind of way, right?
yeah,
Uh, but also the person that I'm proposing to also gotta meditate, right? Gotta also think about where we at, uh, and also have being fair and not selfish. Because it is good for us to take opportunities that come our way and that are going to better us, right? Uh, and sometimes, look, it's not a tough one, right? but I think it's a matter of choice and decision personally,
Yeah.
and what you choose around that time. Because we might be in different spheres about the lookout of things. Me, we are in love. We okay. We're good. We are trying life this side. So I think, are you getting a better job than here in our country, or you're just trying to try new things, new life, new everything? Because you can be a doctor in our country. So I think it's a matter of sacrifice, matter of compromise, and matter of decision. But whatever decision that is took, that the person might be taking or took, hopefully it is a good one.
How would you feel if the very same person, the very same year they landed on that country, all of a sudden, happy, happy, they got a new guy, maybe engaged or something like that?
If we ended things, then man, good for her. Look, we should not be bitter by the moving ons of other people, right? Uh, whether Because if we ended things, then her moving on is not on my expense, right? That's her decision. That's her life. That's because we ended things. I'd be like, okay, have a good life. Have this, that. I wish you well. Bye bye. So if like they're starting up a new life, a new guy, and all of that, man, it's not on my expense. It's not on my misery. It's nothing like that. So good luck. Look, I wish them well. Let's not be bitter in the moving on of people. As soon as we accept, no, for sure, for sure. As soon as we accept that it is over, or it is over and done with, the sooner each and every one of us should just
But
work
but
on
you're not
themselves.
getting the point, right? You propose somebody,
Yeah,
you wanna engage them, right? You
yeah.
wanna lowball the person. Then an opportunity comes, they go on a other country. When they get there, they find the person engages them, they are engaged.
That's a blessing, and I will not like say a blessing and a curse per se, but that's a blessing of moving on, right? Yeah, that's a blessing of moving on. It is called moving on. That's the thing. You are not Your result of your next step or your presence is not directed by your past, or should be held hostage by your past. You are moving on. So you are looking towards to the future, to what's coming next, the presence, and all that. So if the guy who was proposing, and now is bitter, and it's been like held back, or like, look, man, this girl, I did that, I did that, I did that. Now they are holding themselves hostage because of the moving ons of the other person. You catch my drift. So that's why I say the moving ons, let them be the bygones, let them be bygones. The moving ons, let them be moving ons. I wouldn't care much, because I think as a man also, you gotta have uh take charge, and have a little bit of pride of you being a man. Take pride of you being a man, and knowing that, man, when it comes also to it's not like you're doing what, you're consoling yourself, right? But you are facing reality, and the reality
Yeah,
is
yeah,
there are
reality.
plenty of women who are good. There are plenty of women who are willing to love you.
There are
Yeah,
plenty fishes in the
I don't like
sea.
using that phrase. I don't like using that
Yeah,
phrase. Yeah. Now it seems
yeah.
like it makes you Solomon. It makes you Solomon. When you like there are plenty fishes in the sea, it makes you King Solomon. Like, yeah, there's that one, there's that one, there's that one. If this one I lose or I don't get, there's another one,
There
there's
are
another
plenty
one.
fishes in the sea, Baba. If you are a fisher, a fisherman,
Nah,
yeah, you gonna catch an octopus after leaving a jellyfish.
yeah, yeah,
You know, an octopus, it can do a
yeah,
lot
for
of things
sure.
at
Yeah,
once.
yeah.
Yeah, so maybe she was never cut out for you. I think the sooner you accept reality for what it is, the better, and you're able to heal and move on and grow and mature.
Yeah.
Because not all people who come in our lives, they come to love us as we love them. Some they come because they saw this and that. Some they come to pastime and all that. And yeah, man, we are living in times of manipulative relationships. People are not really who they appear to be.
Yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
can come and appear and be like, love you. Oh, darling. But the motive behind is not that. Maybe she's after your pockets. Maybe she's after your intelligence. You know, there are girls who can look at like a guy, be like, hey, that guy's smart. If I can be next to him, I'm going to be having an idea that's going to take me 100 years. Um, take me out of poverty for 100 years. So they know as long as you're around them, they got dopest, biggest benefits. What's your take on friends with benefits?
Friends with benefits.
Yeah.
Friends with benefits.
Friends with benefits. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Friends with benefits, Baba.
Well, cause like okay,
You believe they are friends with benefits. I know they are there, but do you believe in friendship with benefits and all that?
no. I think a relationship should be a relationship, and a friendship should be a friendship.
People got
Right.
friendships and benefits.
So now, benefit is that now you are in this friendship because you are gaining something, right? So when that something is no longer there, the friendship is no longer there,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So that's why we call what a fake friendship, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not real, right? It's not true, you know. So I think a relationship should be a relationship, a friendship should be a friendship, because it will also cause a stir to misconceptions and a lot of things, that will be happening around whatever arrangement that you have, right?
Yeah.
Same as entanglements and all that and all that and all that. So I think as much as like each and everybody in the world who's alive, that person is a spiritual being, right?
Yeah.
So I think if we focus more on the principles of life, principles of relationships, principles of friendship, then we'll go furthermore and progress in life instead of like focusing on things that are for fun and things that are for the time being, which one give you something in return in terms of like being the better version of yourself. So I think friends with benefits is the worldly thing, man, that we do because of I would say disorder and just having not principles and all. So I think as the youth, and most importantly, and other people, we should have principles and we should just have boundaries and draw a line of who we want to be tomorrow, right? So the decisions that we make, let them have an impact in our future, right? So
Yeah.
you're doing this for now, and what would it bring to you? Pleasure. And what will pleasure bring to you? Nothing. So this is what I'm saying right now. Let us just live in principles, and friends will benefit this and that. We do attract like a lot of like bad things and things that are just gonna take away from you and not like give you something more treasurable and valuable in return. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy, man.
Yeah.
Crazy. Cause like I don't know which one would you think is better, manipulative relationship where somebody is lying to you or being in a relationship with friends with benefits?
Which one is better?
Which one is
Nah,
better?
man, they're all not good, right?
Yeah, nice.
No, yeah,
Smart, smart.
they're all not good, and manipulative relationship. I think manipulation should just be listed, man, in abuse. I don't want to lie,
Yeah.
that's abuse right there, cause you know the person that you are with, and you know what they will say yes to, even though like supposedly it's supposed to be a no, right? What I'm asking here, supposedly should be a no, but you are manipulating the person to say yes or go ahead with it, right? That's a form of like abuse in a way, because that person in that position might be scared to lose you, might be scared to be seen as not caring and all of that. So they're all bad, but manipulative relationships too. As soon as you start seeing the signs and the flags and all that, prepare your bags, because it might take a long time for you to get out of that, and easily so people get manipulated because they love the other person, get manipulated because we've been here for a very long time, we've dated for a very long time, we've been together for a very long time, so they become yes men, everything yes. You catch my drift,
Yeah.
because they're scared to lose the person, or they judge them by the yes they've been together. So a manipulative relationship, pack your bags, bounce. Friends with benefit, leave all of that. Focus on you getting somebody who's real and who you want to build a life with, get married to, have kids, and just like do this life thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, man. It's crazy how people live and they glamorize stupidity, and they wanna um normalize evilness, because that's being evil. Imagine being in a relationship simply because you guys can benefit from one another. Why don't you guys start a real thing? What? Because here's the thing, right? I've noticed most of the people, um they're scared to fall in love. I was scared, bro. I once sat down with a player. We were having a conversation. He was like, "Hey, man, uh, don't see me uh doing what I do and going up and down with all these girls. To be honest, bro, I'm heartbroken. I'm scared, you know." And shooting, as I've been shooting like weddings and doing shooting projects and all that. I once also met a guy whom I was asking him about his friend, and the guy, instead of him telling me about his friend in the interview, started telling me about himself, right? That how they met with the guy and what happened for them to, because they were like a group of playboys and all that, but the other guy switched, obviously. So this other one was telling us that uh he's from a broken family. That's why he's doing all these things that he's doing. So I noticed that people are really scared to fall in love because they have trust issues and all that. But if you find yourself having somebody whom you think you might be friends with benefits, why don't you start something, something? Maybe you guys are so amazing. You are cut out for each other. Because the people who really love us and care for us are the ones we friend zone, the ones
Yeah.
we put, like, the people that we normally don't consider to be nice. They are mostly the people who are cut out for us. So maybe you should start some. I'm not Dr. Love, guys. I don't shouldn't
Yeah.
be scared of me.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
Dr. Love.
Yeah.
What would you do if you discovered that you've been deceived all these years? You've been in a fake relationship.
I move on. Simple as that. I move on.
Oh yeah, have you ever been loved for what you have?
No, cause I don't really have that much. I don't really have that much. You know what I mean? I don't really have that much. I don't want to
No, it's not
lie.
about the money. You got beautiful minds. You got beautiful mind. And I've seen this in high school. There were guys who were dated simply because they had a sharp mind. They were smart. Not because there's nothing fancy about them. They're just smart. And you find girls wanting a guy because of he's smart. I don't know what turns on somebody about being smart. It was my first time seeing a girl being turned on by how smart somebody is. Not because they
Yeah.
love them, but because they're smart.
I think it is called sapiosexual kind of thing,
Because of
something
being
like that.
sexual. Oh
Yeah,
man,
I
yeah.
think I'm not. I'm
Now
not.
look into that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Whereby you had been loved for intelligence.
yeah, something like that. When you are attracted to somebody's mind and you know,
It's
intelligence
a
and all
good
that,
thing though.
it's a good thing. You
Yeah,
know.
because I think when you choose a partner, a mind, you should consider the brains. That's the first thing you look at, right? And
Yeah.
secondly, you look at conduct, how the person is conducting themselves, how they are praying, how they do things, how they how they are and all that. And you should look at also the heart. These are the things you look at. Yeah. But the mind is the top three. You can't imagine. I don't wanna say much.
Yeah, you got it, man. I think being attracted to somebody who's intelligent,
Yeah.
a genius, and all of that, that means you are attracted to the future,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that means you're attracted to the future. You're attracted to a vision. You are
Yeah.
attracted to an invention. Something great. So that's me too. Me. Somebody who up there, they're like good.
I see
They're
why you wanna marry a Chinese.
you catch my drift.
Yeah.
So so the mind, you know, and after we're done with the mind, to me, let's go to the spirit, right? I really love knowing your spirituality, your whatever religion or whatever. But I really want to know, how do you see God? Do you believe God exists? You know, uh, do you love Jesus?
Yeah.
And all of that, because you are not. I'm not gonna be ashamed of. I'm not gonna be ashamed of Jesus because of you. You know what I mean? I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be ashamed of God because of you.
Yeah.
So there are things that we should like put first on the table before getting in a relationship. Or otherwise, look, the relationship is gonna be a confused
Yeah,
relationship.
because you're gonna hide yourself when you wanna do stuff. You're gonna cringe. You're gonna be
And
uncomfortable.
you're gonna compromise
Yeah, you're gonna
your
compromise.
faith. You're gonna
See,
compromise,
we don't want
a
that.
lot of things. So I think a better way to go. You like the person's mind. You like how they carry themselves. Now it's time to find out what they believe in. Now it's time to find out what they want to live, their visions and their missions and all of that. So I think by any type of way, by any, do not be ashamed of God because of another person. You know what I mean?
Don't be
Yeah,
ashamed of your God because of another person.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So
man. Yeah, man. Mr.
yeah,
Amazing, bro. Man. I think we're having little time left. So I just want to find out, man, today, what's on your mind? What does Amazing City have for us?
what's on my mind?
Yeah, my boy.
Hey man, what's on my mind is this. You know, now that we are like at the end of the year, next year coming like a New Year resolutions, right? So uh let us tap into that. Do what you said you gotta do. Write it down and work on it. Set a goal and achieve it, right? Do what you wanna do. Do what you said you don't be a liar to yourself. Don't lie to yourself, right? Or don't fail yourself, right? When you have drawn a perspective or whatever mission that you have, a goal, whatever, fulfill that goal. Next year, new resolutions, you are going to fulfill them, set up time, set up ways to reach that, to achieve that, and go for it. So that's what's on my mind. New Year resolutions, fulfill them all, achieve them all. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. You are simply saying people should plan for the year.
Plan for the year, yeah.
Yeah, man. Because here's the thing, Primes, and it worked for me. Reason I'm able to get things done is because I have goals written down. You get, it's either you make a vision board or you write a list of things you want to buy. Put it on the wall or at the back of your room. If you are from a home whereby maybe you don't really have that much privacy, put it somewhere, whether Mohara or Drobo or somewhere where you'll be able to see it almost every single day. Work towards finishing that list. Give yourself time, right? You want to, for example, I want to buy a laptop. You want to buy a laptop, you write it down. What else do you want to buy? I want to start up. I want to build a music studio. What do I need for a studio? You break the equipment down. You write it down. You put it on a wall. Every time you achieve something, you mark it. I was looking at mine even today. I was laughing, man.
Yeah.
I'm only left with a few items. But in this 2 weeks' time, if God willingly and grant me grace, I can fulfill all the things. And I'm so happy, man. It's important to have a plan written down.
Yeah.
That how are you planning to approach your year and what are you planning to achieve? It's very important to have a vision to know where you want to achieve from 2024. So as we are heading towards the new year, guys, we wish you a very successful life, but please, please, please plan and make time for your goals. We dey back. We don't want to see people depressed. This is the channel that is anti-depressed depression type of way, because this is where we prepare you. And if you've made mistakes, maybe blowing up your money, if you've wasted opportunities, go back on and find something else. And this time around, make things right. Avoid weak friends. Avoid friends who will destroy what you are trying to build. Friends who will discourage you. People who will weigh you down. And please learn to keep it silent, keep it quiet. Don't share everything you do with everybody. When you do something, sit down, plan it, write it down if you have a problem of forgetting, and then work on it. Have a diary where you write things, and you normally go and read that diary. You visit it, you read, you check out stuff. Have such things. Those things are not for the wise. They are for the wise.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
gun
So
for everything. Gun for everything.
guys, 2024, we mustn't make resolutions in the name of making resolutions. We go get it.
Yeah.
We go get it. Yeah. I wanted to say something, but nah.
Nah, for sure. Look, gun for it. Each and every day work towards that thing and put your mind on it, meditate upon it, and just learn about law of attraction and go on about that. Each and
Yeah.
every day, try something that brings you closer to what you have set, and take it day by day. You're gonna reach it and achieve it for sure.
And it's a funny thing because I think what's on my mind is what I also had in mind uh, uh, about fulfilling New Year resolutions, right? That you gotta be ready in this remaining 2 weeks for 2024 if you've never prepared yourself. Meaning, we urge you and we plead with you that in this little time that is left, whether it's 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 days, or whatever, take a moment and reflect yourself. Sit down, do self introspection. Ask yourself, what do I want? What do I want to achieve? Where do I want to go in life? Start drawing things. I don't care where you come from, you have nothing. You have what? The God we serve, the living God, is able to do it for you. He can do anything anytime. But now, God wants somebody who's prepared. You might not be having this and that to kickstart things, but if your mind is ready to do it, I'm telling you, an opportunity favors a prepared mind. If your mind is prepared, an opportunity won't pass you by. But if you are not ready mentally, things God might bring things to you and they might just pass you by. So it's very important to stay ready. It's very important to prepare yourself and oh bruh, go all out. So in this remaining short time, sit down, ask yourself, what do I want to achieve? Do I want this? Will this work for me? Sit down, write it down, plan it, and just go for it.
For sure. Now go ahead. We wish you like a very good festive and a very uh well being and good opportunities and empowerment in the beginning of your resolutions. And I swear to you, with prayer and dedication, you're gonna make it.
With prayer and dedication, you're gonna make it, my guy. Any last words?
God bless you.
God bless you guys. Hey, go to church. Hey, go to church. Please, next year, consider and put God first in your priorities, please. Because, hey, man, the streets are not playing. And the enemy is very, very, very angry and mad at the progress we are trying to build and bring in this country. The change that is trying to come in this country, he doesn't want to see it happening. So, stay on your knees and trust God. Shafedi Fetu, thank you. We had a nice time, man. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being with us. Hey, man, it was a wonderful day and a wonderful conversation. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, and engage with us, man. What do you think of what we spoke of today? What's your mind? What's your take on it? If you got anything you want to say, just drop it down on the comments and let us hear what you got to say. For me, Season, an amazing city. We out.